the microphone, please let me just get a microphone to you.
This would be great.
Kelvin, defensively, was it more the breakdowns?
We play blindfolded. A blindfolded person can do better than we do, right? But they shoot tonight. In the second half, we had it to 10, and needed to stop. We're still fighting. Still some hope. The cynics are usually outside the huddle, not in the huddle. So in the huddle, we said we get it down to, and then the good old Parker Braun steps up and knocks down a three, and next thing you know, but the day was all about Kansas program tradition here. These Bill getting his team ready to play in this gym. I mean, the way they shot the ball, you thought we lost by 30. We lost by 13. It didn't feel right. Shit had a breakaway layup, right? Come on. But it's like I told the team. Usually I'm fussing and cussing at them after effort, and I did. I told them I was disappointed in their effort. Because that's not really who we are. We've been a lot better than that. We could have played better tonight. But sometimes you guys should give the other team some credit too. They played good. They shot excuse my French, but they shot the piss out of it now, especially from them corners. Hands up. I didn't call timeout there for a while. They were making shots, but their first 4 threes, we had a hand in their face. Tough shots, but they kept going in. And then you look up, I think we were down 5 or 6. We were 4 for 7. They were 7 for 7. But it didn't stop. But our kids hung in there the best they could. But we're all at the halfway point. Kansas is 6-3 in the league. Houston's 6-3 in the league. We've got 9 more games. That's what I'm focused on. It's in this business, especially in this league, you better have a short memory. Gotta forget this one. Gotta move on. I'm sure Bill will say the same thing. I have no idea who they play next, but we got a game Tuesday night, and that one counts the exact same as this one. It's the next game in this league. But hats off to Bill and his staff. Their kids tonight, they played awesome. Our kids hung in there. They only lose that game by 13. That was a game that a lesser team would have probably lost by 35 or 40.
Joseph, you got one? Go ahead.
Kelvin, Coach, sorry. Okay. Coach, you've obviously coached here. Very few of your players have played here. Can you just talk about how hard it is to win as the visiting team here?
Well, you're asking an expert. I'm the guy to ask on that one. But it's like getting in the World Series and you can't hit Verlander, or you can't hit Sandy Koufax or Bob Gibson. It's hard to hit the best pitcher. They say, well, he went in a slump. Well, let's see. In that 4-game series, he had to face Jim Palmer, Mike Cuellar, Jim McNally, and somebody else. And he went 2 for 16. What happened? Check out them dudes throwing that ball. It's tough. It's tough to win here for anybody. We're undefeated at the Fertitta Center this year. We have a really hard place to play. Iowa State, Hilton Coliseum, where Kansas lost last week, that's a hard place to play. It's tough for the visiting team in this league. I was doing a halftime interview the other night. They were talking about upsets on the road. There is no upsets on the road in this league. Somebody made a mistake and told me we were actually favored in this game. That's sacrilege. How is Kansas not favored in any game, especially here? I remember being here one night and Paul Pierce was throwing shots in. I don't know how many he made though. My head just felt like throwing the white flag. I said,
15 in a
"Whoa."
row. 15 in a row.
Really? Wasn't 15 points?
15 points in a row, yeah.
If
Scored 15
good,
straight.
for a minute there, I was gonna believe 15 shots. It sure seemed like it. But you know what? They're really good. They don't need this crowd to be good, but this thing was set up for this kind of environment today. You challenge the Jayhawk pride, if you will, by telling them they're not favored. And we're not some super team, you know, and this, you know, when we played in the Final Four the other year, we played Baylor, and I think Gonzaga, and who was the other team?
UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA. That Baylor team's the best team that I've played against since I've been here. I haven't seen one as good as that. I mean, that Baylor team's awesome. But this year in college basketball, I haven't seen a team like that Baylor team. Because in a tournament, you don't play on somebody's court. Baylor could beat you anywhere. I mean, that was a really, really special Baylor team. But Bill's got a good team. We have a good team. I don't know that there's any great teams. Proud of our kids for hanging in there today. But all the credit for today, it goes to Kansas and their kids. They really played well.
Joseph?
Kelvin, any update on JVA?
No, you know, we're not very deep at that position, and our freshmen tried. You know, Hunter Dickinson's not an easy guy to, no pun intended, but get your arms around. It's hard to get around that dude. I thought we did good. You're gonna have to figure some other things out. But you know, the way they were shooting the ball tonight, you gotta figure out, okay, we're gonna take this away and take that away. Early on, they were taking the shots we wanted them to take. So we weren't getting the desired result. But this will pass. I mean, they'll get their accolades and, you know, fist bump, blow us out, make us look bad, all that stuff. And it's justified. They did. But we've got to move on, just as they will. But this old lady in here today was special. This is to me. There's two special places that I remember from three special places I remember from the old Big 12, and that was old Gallagher Arena with Coach Sutton. God rest his soul. Hilton Coliseum with Tim and Larry, and this place with Roy and Bill. There's no better environments in the country.
Just,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just to be clear, was it his head that was a concern, or was there something?
No, not his head. It was his hip joint, hip area. I mean, he was in a lot of pain. He's a tough kid, but he was in a lot. He just couldn't go back in.
We'll go here and then CJ.
Hey, Coach, I think you guys came in averaging 40 rebounds, 15 offensively, and I think Kansas won at 40. Did they do anything differently, or what was the key to that tonight for them?
Well, let's start with our guards. We're usually a pretty good team. Not having JVA would have alleviated some of that, so let's not hide that fact. But Shed got no rebounds. The other night at Texas, Cryer had 8. He had 8 rebounds. Shed's been getting 5 or 6. Our guards. The bigs can't get all the rebounds. Tuckler got 8, and Watt Roberts got 13, and JVA would have probably had 7 or 8 too. But you know, Shed just wasn't very good today, and he's got to be good for us to be good. Simple as that. I thought LJ was fighting. He was trying. He had some tough shots, and he's a good player. Emmanuel, but those 3 guys combined for 2 rebounds. There you go. Guard's got a rebound.
CJ?
Kelvin, their KJ and Hunter's ability to kind of pass out of the short roll and then also Hunter on the monster. What did you think their ability to pass kind of impacted?
Yeah, I mean, they're a super offensive team. They're very gifted. They don't have anybody that's, and when the three ball's falling, that's the key for them. You know, a lot of the tape that we've watched, that's where they have, you know, the consistency tonight from one half to the other was incredible. He just really shot it well, both halves. But we tried a couple things. And actually, there was a stretch that I thought we did a pretty good job, but we didn't have enough pressure on the ball. We didn't have enough activity on the ball. But, you know, we weren't playing them at Fertitta Center today. When it's your fans getting into you to make you, they fed off what they needed to feed off. Their fans were special today. And I think that rose them another level. Because all their stuff was, you know, you'll have games where whatever you call or whatever you draw, stuff works. It's not because of your offense sometimes, it's because of sometimes the defense is very good. Tonight it was a combination of both. We weren't very good defensively, they were really good offense.
Good. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
All right.